Hello everyone. Today we'll talk about GKE. So in this session, I'm going to cover it how to create a Kubernetes cluster. Okay, in the Google, how do we push the images to the container registry, and using the Google Cloud Shell, we are going to do all the activities while creating a pods. Okay, we are going to use a kubectl, gcloud, docker build command, gcloud. Okay, so these are all the things we will talk about as per the diagram you are going to implement today's topic. And so we are going to create a node.js server, and we are going to create a container image, and we are going to create a cluster, and we are going to create a Kubernetes mod. Finally, we are going to scale up the services, okay, and how we can access from the external traffic, I mean public network, or URL, and we are going to verify that we are going to do the rollout and upgrade the services. That is what we are going to cover it, guys. Okay, so let's start for the session. Okay, so before that, I'm just opening our Google Cloud Shell. Okay, so once we log into the Cloud Shell, just verify that your authorization is enabled or not. So for example, if you have a full access, you will get a access like this. Okay, and you can, if you have a multiple account, you can able to set it. Okay, and next we are going to check that how many projects are there. Okay, for example, sometime it can be multiple projects will be there. Just verify it which is the one we are going to do it. So right now we are going to use this project. I think right now I'm in the same project. If you wanted to change it, you can just change the uh, project also. Let me clear the section, and let's what we can do it, we'll create a JavaScript. Okay, so what we can do, we can just open the editor. Okay, I'm going to just create a one file. Okay, let's delete all those things we don't require it as of. Okay, so now I'm going to create a server.js JavaScript. Okay, then I'm going to just paste the simple JavaScript. Okay, so this is a response we should get it. Hello world. Okay, so let me go back to the terminal. Let's verify that. So server.js, it is created. Okay, so now we are going to run the JavaScript. Okay, and we'll go to the preview section, and we'll verify it. You should get the hello world. So we are getting a hello world output. Okay, then we'll back to here. Then I'll exit from here. Okay, now what we can do it, we can create a Docker file. Okay, let's go to the notepad. Okay, I'll just create a file called Docker file. Okay, so just paste it Docker file, the name. Okay, now I'm going to just paste the image, everything. So from it, this is a image. Okay, this is exposing 8080, and it is copying from the server.js to the current container. Okay, and it is running node server.js. This is a command it is going to execute. Okay, now let me back to the terminal. Okay, so we are already saved. So now we wanted to build the image. How to build the image? Okay, now I'm going to use the project name. Okay, so docker build hyphen t. So this is a registry of Google. Okay, and we are going to mention it as a project name and image name. Okay, now I'm going to just, I will remove the project ID. So I'm going to paste my project ID. So allow world, allow node v1 dot means it is a current directory. So it is going to create it. So in the meantime, let me go to the registry, container registry. Okay. So okay, still it is building the image. Okay. Right now it is already there. Let me delete this one. I think I have created earlier. Let me delete this one. Okay. So right now there is no images as of now. Okay. Okay. So let me back to here. I'll just clear the session. Okay. And I'm going to uh, run the container. So which is we have created a image, right? Using the image, we are going to create a container. Okay. So let's, let me minimize it. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to run the docker run hyphen d. It will be running on the detached mode, and hyphen p is port number. This is for the registry. Okay. Now I'm going to remove the project id. I'll just paste it. And so this is a image name hello hyphen node, and this is a tag means v1. So we can multiple tags we can do it. Okay. Whenever there is a developer changes done, we can do it. So now we'll try to curl it. Curl means it is going to shows the output. So right now we are getting a hello world. Okay, this is what earlier we have got the output from the browser, I mean external. So now internal also you can use it. For internal to check the website is up and running, you can use this command. Okay. Now we'll verify that is that container is running. So the container is running also. So what we can do it, we need to stop this one, docker stop and container id. This is how we can stop the container also. Okay. So now I'll just uh, I'll authenticate the uh, I'll authenticate it. Okay. So to the configure docker. Okay. So this is the details. Okay. What are the credentials? It is helping. Okay. And GCP repositories, all those things. So it is showing already registered correctly. Okay. These are all I'm having access already. Okay. Now I wanted to push this image. So Docker images. If you type it, okay, this is the one we are going to push it. Okay, now what I can do it, I'll just copy Docker push, and I'll paste the repository name, or you can call it as repository name, then tag name v1. So sorry. Okay, so we can just push the images to the repository. Okay. Okay. Now let's go to the repository. We'll refresh it. The image, it is received to the container registry or not. Let me verify it. Okay, still it is pushing the images. Let's wait for that. Okay, now let me go to the repository. We'll verify it. Is it created or not? Okay, see allow node, repository name, and the container, and the tag is v1. Okay, so if you go inside, you will get the all the details. What is the option to pull it? If you wanted to download it to your locally or manifest file also, you can able to see it. Okay. Now, so I'm going to create a cluster now. Okay. So before that, I will just set for the project. If you wanted to set the project ID, okay, if you wanted to this one, you can just type it gcloud config set project and project ID. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I think I can just remove this one. I'll copy the project ID and I'll paste it here. So now it is updated. Okay. So for this project, we are going to create a cluster. Okay. So what this it will do, vcloud container clusters create hello world. This is a cluster name and number nodes 2 and machine type is n1 standard, and this is going to be run on 1 year. Let's verify it is it creating or not. Okay, so it is creating. Okay, so let's wait for the to come up. Okay. So if you wanted to create a different alternative also, you can just go to the console also. I think previous video I've done it. You can just check it how to create a cluster from the GCP console. So let's wait for the to be up. Okay. So now the cluster is running. If you are able to see, the cluster is running. Okay. Now, so next thing what we can do it. So we need to create a pod. Okay. So using the Docker, uh, not GCP registry. Okay. So we have created a image, right? Hello node. So what we can do it, we can use a same container registry. From there we can able to deploy the, we can able to do the deployment. Okay. So now what we can do it, I'll just clear the session. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'll just change the project ID. Okay. So kubectl create deployment hello node. Okay. This is a deployment node name, and the image registry is GCR. That means Google Cloud Registry. Okay. So and image ID and tag. Okay. So I'll just enter it. Okay. So now what is it showing? Deployment dot apps allow node created. Okay. Now we can verify it. The deployment is done or not, completed or not. So if you are able to see allow node, the name 0/1 up to date. Okay. And let me verify it. So the pods are showing image pull back error. Okay. So why this error is coming? Let me verify it. Okay. So now what we have done it, we have created the allowable deployments. So we have created Nginx. Okay, if you're able to see Nginx deployment and the pods, everything is running. Okay, now I can just verify that cluster information. Okay, so once it is done, we can able to see the cluster information. If you wanted to see the config, you can use this command to see the configuration details. And if you want the events, you can just use this command to get the events of the cluster. So what has been, I mean, what is the status, deployment is happening or not, you can see it. Okay, and you can able to see the logs also. For example, qctl get pods, right? Okay, so just take the one of the pod name and just paste it here. Okay, it will show us the. So if you want to know kubectl logs hyphen help. If it is not working, just use this command. It will show how we can use the logs. Okay, it is showing pod, type name, and container everything. Okay, and if you wanted to know that the logs are so Nginx, if you want the Nginx uh, details example they have given it, you can use it to see the logs of the pods. Okay, I'm not going to show the exact all the things. So let me what we can do it. We have deploy the kubectl get not deploy deployments. Let me verify the deployments. So this is the deployment, right? So now I wanted to access it from outside. Okay. So how we can access it? I'll just mention it 80 and I'm going to mention the Nginx name of the deployment name. Okay. I'll expose it. Okay. The load balancer. Now kubectl get SVC. That means services. We are able to see. So still it is showing external IPs pending. Let's wait for that. Let's wait for to come up. So now we are able to see the external IP. Let's copy. Let me go to here. Open the browser in your browser. Just paste the IP address. We are able to see the Nginx website. Okay. So now we wanted to we wanted to scale up the pods. Okay. For example, qctl get pods. Okay. And qctl get deployment. So now we are able to see it is almost 3 by 3. Okay, I need the pod should be running 4. Okay, how do we do that one? Okay, so just mention here replica set should be 4 and mention the deployment name. So what is the deployment name? Okay, so this is a deployment name. Okay, just enter it. So it will be automatically it will come. Just type kubectl get deployment, then get pods. So automatically it will show 4. Okay, so it will not take too much time. Okay, so now we wanted to roll out and we can upgrade it. So that is what we want. We are going to do it now. Okay, so now what we can do it, we can update the deployment. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the image name of the Nginx. Okay, if you're able to see, so we're going to use 1.16.1. Okay, okay. So now So now we can see that what is the status of here. Okay. So now it is rolled out. Okay. Let's see that how many replicas it is running. Okay. It is 4 and this is a old deployment. This is a new deployment. Okay. Let me verify it. Pod also. Okay. It is running. You can describe the deployment also. Okay. So now, so same thing again, we are going to update the one more deployment. I mean, we are going to rolling back. So now we are going back to the, so earlier we were using 16.1. Now we are back to normal. Okay. The old version. Okay. Now we can see that what is the status. Now you are able to see here, it is coming all the details. Let's verify it. Out of 4 replicas, there is a 2, it is updated. Let's wait for that. So it is taking time. Let's exit from here. Let me see that how many replicas. Okay. Let me verify it. The history of deployments. Okay. It may be 3. Okay. So this is a revision or the version. Okay. So now in the future, somebody can come and saying that I wanted to roll out. Okay. Specific this two. Okay. Now I can use this command to roll out to 2. Okay. Now you can just go and verify it. Paris and pod also. See, there is a image pullback, some of the containers. Okay. Sorry, pods. Other is 3 is running. If you're able to see, this is a 1. This is a 2 for error. Okay. And if you wanted to roll back to the previous version, okay, that is also it is possible. Rolling back. Okay. Now you can use this command to undo the deployment. Okay. If you want again revision, you can go back to the revision 2 version. So specified revision 2 in the history. So it is showing unable to find it. Okay, no problem. Let's see that how many deployments are there. Okay. There is only one, it is running. So again, if you wanted to scale it, you can just use replicas 10. Now again you can just type it kubectl get pods. It is going to 10. Okay. So, for example, if you wanted to go for scaling the deployment, for example, auto scale, okay, if the CPU percent is 80%, it should get scale up. This is also we can able to do it for the deployment. Just mentioned minimum 10, maximum 15, CPU percent 50, 18. Okay, so the auto scale also it is configured, and you can see that here is a deployment. How many nodes are running? All the things. So if you wanted to pause, pausing and resuming also, that is also pausing. That is also possible. So for example, this is a deployment. Okay, and we'll say that. So right now this is a deployment. It is running. Okay. So if you wanted to pause it, you can just use this command. Okay. Rollout pause. that means it will pause it. Okay. If you wanted to again, if you wanted to update the images, you can do it now. Then you can unpause it. That is also possible. Okay. Now I'm going to just verify it. History of the revisions. Okay. So two it is not there. One, three, four right now. Okay. Now we can see that rollout status. Okay. So it is same. Okay. And if you wanted to CPU and memory, if you wanted to do it for the deployment specifically, you can use it. Which command? 200 and 512 MB. Okay. And if you wanted to resume it back, you can use this command so that it will be back and you can just refresh it. You'll get the output. Okay. And we can see the rollout, what is happened. So it will show us. So it will just show you the details. Let me back here. We can check the rollout status here. So still 8 out of 10. So it should be 10. Okay. Till that it will be there. Okay. So this is about today's topic, guys. So there is a lot of things we have covered it about the revision of the application. If something goes wrong, we can just within a minute we can roll back it, and we can create a pods and Docker images, everything. So uh, thank you for the session, guys. Okay, so let's wind up today's, and please subscribe my channel and do likes and comments. Thank you, Mike. Bye bye.